Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have the April Disney Mirrorverse updated tier list videos. So if you are new, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos on the channel. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers, and also follow my Twitter down in the description down below and help me get to 30 followers. So a quick disclaimer, this is my personal opinion. Everybody's tier lists are going to be different, so when you search up tier lists they're never going to be the same. So this is excluding Rift Raids, so this is just all other content. So yeah, this is my personal opinion. Do not take it seriously. Do not use it as a full-on guide. Use it as a rough guide on who you want to take up. So we're going to get straight into it. So there's not many changes from last month's. Basically what I've done is I've added in new guardians, and I've moved a couple of guardians, including Kermit, who got a buff recently. I've moved them up, and also some guardians I didn't have before. I've also moved them up. So we're going to get straight into it. Now the top tier is basically the same, except I moved Minnie Mouse down. Now why have I done this? It's because I played her a little bit and I feel like she's really good towards Rift Raids, but recently she's not been the best option, so I moved her down. Maybe she'll go back up depending on if she becomes really good again, but overall I just think right now she deserves to go down. As you can see, I also moved up Jack Skellington. Now Jack Skellington is one of those guardians I never had, so when I did have him I made a video on him, a 4-minute guide, and oh my god, he is amazing. So he purges attribute buffs from his target. He has so much attack and his regeneration is so good. So I moved him up. He deserves to be in top tier. If you do get him, you should definitely take him up. He's one of the best support guardians in Disney Mirrorverse. Now another surprise one is Sally. Now Sally came last month in Disney Mirrorverse, and a lot of people had mixed opinions about her. She's one of those guardians that you need really high skill to actually understand her fully. Now she relies on poise charges. Now you get poise charges at the beginning of each combat, and you can also get it from special ability. Now when you have these poise charges, it allows you to parry. Now parry is such an important meta in Disney Mirrorverse. It's quite new, but all you need to do is just get the timing right. You can execute a perfect parry and you can just continuously stun your opponents. This is just why she's so good. You can actually like stun lock them so they never hit you. Sally can also heal, she can purge attribute buffs, and she also can poison their enemies. Now mixed with someone like Oogie Boogie, who will just increase that poison damage. She is so good, and she deserves to be in top tier. It just takes a while for you to get used to her, but when you do, she is definitely one of the best melee guardians in the game. Now also I did have Peter Pan in top tier. I moved him down because I played him a little bit more, and yeah, he is great, but he's very unreliable at times. Sometimes you will get caught and the miss won't work. Now overall I do think he's an amazing guardian, and he could go into top tier once again, but right now I just feel like there are better options out there. He's an absolute unit. He does so much damage, but it does take a while to build him up. So he goes down into amazing tier, but maybe in the future he will go back up. Now moving on to the 3 new guardians. So the other one from last month is Frozone. So when I first played Frozone, I was quite impressed with him. He is immune to freeze, and he's all about getting those cold charges. So his basic attacks give a 50% to get them, and you can get 20 of them. So his cold charges increases focus by 2% and also healing by 1% for each cold charge you have. So he's a build up guardian, and when he's above 10 cold charges, Frozone loses 1 cold charge every 1.5 seconds. And his basic attacks have a 50% chance to apply freeze, dealing 20% damage per second for 5 seconds. So once you get above 10 of these cold charges, you're going to be doing so much freeze damage to your opponent. Now why I haven't got him in top tier is because if there's any freeze immune guardians, he's not going to be the best option out there, and that's where he struggles. So another guardian in amazing tier is Moana. Now Moana is one of the new guardians this month in Disney Mirrorverse, and when I first played her I was like, okay, she's pretty good, but the issue is she's very similar to Ariel. So Moana's main utility is stifle. Now she can stifle her target. If not, against ranged and support enemies there's only a 30% chance this can happen. If they are, there's a 100% chance it can happen. So already there's a big issue where if you're going into fights where there isn't ranged and support guardians, she's going to have a much less chance to gain that stifle. So if you don't have stifle, you're not really going to be able to use her properly, because stifle basically means your opponents cannot use a special ability when this effect is on. So if there's only a 30% chance, you're not really going to get the stifle applied to your enemies, and they're just going to use their special abilities. And that's the whole point of Moana. She wants to stop your enemies using their special ability, and that also gives additional effects and buffs. So yeah, my overall thoughts on her, I need to test her out more, but she's not the best guardian in the game, but she's still a really good option if you do get her. Now Alice is one of those guardians I struggle to actually place in this tier list. My overall thoughts on her, I love her so much. She's an incredible guardian and a utility god. Now she's amazing right now. Maybe she'll get moved up in the future, but overall she's so good. She can apply dizzy, she can heal, gain focus, gain armor, and wound opponents. Whatever you want, she has it, and it just makes her so good. And then moving down into great tier, we have Kermit. Now Kermit was in solid, but after the buff, he's just a little bit better. He has more damage, his rainbow connection lasts longer. He's not really a melee guardian, he's more of a support guardian. He's always been like that, but now he has a little bit more attack and he's just a little bit better in general. So he goes up to great tier. So yeah, that is the tier list. There's so many different options you guys can use. I don't want to go through every single guardian as always. Placement is going to be different for different people depending on who they use and their experiences with these guardians. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.